Welcome to this completely unbiased and wildly chaotic video featuring Grand Theft Auto 5. During these videos, I may also talk about pop culture, internet nonsense, celebrities, movies, games, and people in the chat. Any jokes, sarcasms, exaggerations, or insults directed at public figures, fictional characters, corporations, trends, or anything else is clearly comedic commentary and opinion and are not statements or fact nor representations of my real-life views or beliefs. If you are easily offended, allergic to sarcasm, or have a hard time placing your personal biases aside, feel free to leave now. I'm just being unbiased, y'all. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'll be the first person to say it. MJ Gray is a genius. A supermodel billionaire genius. Oh my goodness. The internet is in a tizzy about MJ Gray and her recently announced engagement. And congratulations, MJ. You found a man that's gonna pay the bills and make breakfast in a thong. Yes, shout out to you. You found your type. You told us your type was a simpleton. You said that you could not be love bombed because the minute that he stops love bombing you, you leave, which I truly believe. So all of these people concerned about this person humiliating you are completely wrong. You're smart. You're a big girl. You can handle yourself. That's what you've been saying. That's what you've been presenting. It's very unique to see now the insecure women that you've built your market on are now lashing out because they feel like you're leaving them behind. You better not leave them behind. You already did it once with the whole marketing of the lifestyle, but now this is the big one for them. And I think the reason why they're so upset with you, MJ, it should be no surprise. They're upset because you found your simpleton and you're not telling them how to find theirs. Yeah, they're upset, mad, like, where'd you find this guy? They're assuming things like, oh, he's got to be rich, which rich is relative. Rich in what? Spirit? We know that everything that people post online isn't the truth. We see people get exposed all the damn time. So people assuming that this guy has to be rich because who else could lasso you down? Yeah, that's a very, very parasocial relationship to develop with somebody. And you even alluded to this parasocial relationship that you have with them as well. So don't get it twisted. I believe they have to believe that this guy is rich. I believe they have to believe that all of these things are true, or else the grift that you claim that you weren't running on them, it'll make them feel even more foolish for buying it. Oh my goodness, this is the silliest time to be on the internet and online. I'm only talking about this because MJ's my fellow Texan. I rock with MJ. I actually thought that the first time seeing her stuff was a true comedy. And I rarely believe that people like that make content like that are hilarious, but she is. She is. I think that the first time I saw one of her videos was her speaking about, let me think. It was a theory that she had about comparing how a man should treat his woman to how she treats her Pomeranian. She was advocating for women to be Pomeranians. Now, I don't know. Y'all tell me, but that's that's pretty extreme. But the theory made sense to her. It made sense to her, but when she explained it, it just seemed like more of the stuff that they claim those guys on the other side of the spear are talking about, which is not healthy on either side. I wouldn't compare women to Pomeranians. Now, some women are bitches, but I don't think that you should compare women to Pomeranians and advocate for them to be treated like Pomeranians or the way you treated your Pomeranian. She talked about putting it in the hotel for the weekend, and oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get into her. Anyway, let's see if it'll let me here. Hold up, y'all. Technical difficulty. Here we go. Oh, he let me in there. Y'all saw that? That's dope. Anyway. So, yeah, she talked about putting her Pomeranian in the hotel for a weekend because apparently her AC was out. And she said that that's exactly how you should aspire to be treated by your man, because if she can do that for her Pomeranian, she's not going to expect anything less from a man. And that's a very quasi way of looking at life. But I ain't mad at her because she's a genius at the end of the day. And I only say that because she and women like her have made money, and if not money, at least scored dopamine hits off of these insecure market of people that are very loyal and they spend the most. So I ain't mad at her. She's not evolving in your faces by becoming a fiance. She's capitalizing off both markets now. Because she told y'all what kind of men she likes. The caveats that she made were for simpletons. Yeah, she's getting engaged to a simpleton. So money be damned, character be damned. He's a simpleton. She even said that he has no online presence. So what does that tell you? He probably doesn't even know who he said, "Will you marry me?" to. He probably has no clue. And you know what's funny? Even if you were to show him at this point, I don't think Buddy would back up on him. Men like that are prideful. They're extremely prideful. So even if you did tell him, "Oh man, hey, you know who you're engaged to, right?" Because he doesn't have an online presence, it wouldn't necessarily translate to him. Now, the women in her circle will be proud and excited to see that she's secured the simpleton that she's been requesting. You know, the guy that can pay the bills and cook breakfast in a thong. That's your provider. And that's why I think being a provider is embarrassing. I said that. I'll stand by that. Being a provider in this modern era is embarrassing, because these are the women that are loud and proud about saying they want providers, and they want their providers to pay bills and cook breakfast in a thong. Yo. And that really essentially still holds up the patriarchy. Yeah, wanting a provider upholds the patriarchy. It upholds the patriarchy because it puts you in a subservient, submissive role. It keeps you in the house barefoot and pregnant the way y'all claim y'all don't want to be now. Well, women like her, not all, but too many at this point. I find her whole entire grift hilarious. And the fact that she is making it seem like her followers and women, like she ain't even got to really do it. It's other women that are shaming her followers, saying like, y'all are stupid for even believing her. How, like, y'all know these girls are gullible. G to the ULLIBLE. So I don't know why y'all looking at them like, how could you believe her? Yes, of course they believed her. What were they supposed to do? They're chronically online. They're chronically online. And they even think that the guy is the problem, saying that, oh, he's just out to humiliate her. How, when he doesn't even have an online presence? She said it out of her own mouth. How? He probably thinks this is just some beautiful chick. You know, she probably has an Instagram. Of course, he's more than likely, if he's making the money y'all assume he's making, he ain't got time to be scrolling anyway, nor is he behind enemy territory. And neither am I. I'm not behind enemy lines, but I still have seen this supermodel billionaires theories and plots pop up on my timelines, personal and business timelines. So yeah, man, he's cooked. Not cooked, but because, you know, she's going to get everything that she desires because she's prayed and found on the right man. And she told y'all that she's in a good situation. And we all know what that means when women like her are in a good situation. We all know what that means. She found her a sucker and she's about to hit a lick. Yo, I think it's so funny. They're like, oh, he's love bombing her by taking her out to Paris. That don't mean nothing. That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. For all we know, she could have sponsored that trip. Yo, they make up these scenarios or these theories in their head to cope. It's a form of copium that needs to be studied for real. Or if it is being studied, it just needs to be specifically centered around women who are chronically online. Women that make decenter men content don't even realize that their content is still centered around men. So technically, they're still centering men. That's why it's a never ending well and wealth of information that they can provide, because they need men to exist in order for their content to thrive. Yeah, they really talk about being genuinely and authentically happy. And if they are talking about being happy, it's something to do with being hateful. and dismissive to somebody's gender. Like, imagine that. You don't like somebody because of their gender, not because their genuine effort. You don't even take people on a case-by-case basis. That's why I think it's very important to be unbiased. I think she's a genius because, like I said, she's really getting the best of both worlds. Right? She has that market that's going to spend and give her the views and going to continue to thrive in this modern society and modern dating market. And then she also now has her simpleton who is happy to be with a woman like her. And honestly, if he has not done his research on her, he deserves her, fam. Hey, yo, hats off to you, buddy. You deserve her. More power to you, my lovely one. Like, hey, buddy, I can't even tell you what she is or isn't. That's your ball now, okay? You go score, all right? That's your ball. That's why I think that the supermodel billionaire MJ Gray is a genius. It's just unfortunate that she's having to currently bite the hand that's been feeding her this entire time. Getting bit, it doesn't feel good. I don't know if you've all been bit unsolicited, but yeah, it does not feel good. It's actually very, very hurtful. It can leave you scarred, especially when you feel like that person's leaving you all alone. Like she cultivated this understanding of how you should think. She cultivated this whole group of people. It's almost like Meg Thee Stallion, another fellow Texan. Right? Like Meg right now is in her quote unquote lover girl era, and it looks awkward. Not because we don't want to see Meg in love. It's just because of everything that she's been preaching socially. Private life be damned. We only know her socially, and I only hope to know her socially. And I don't want her to be attracted to me. As a matter of fact, if a woman like MJ Gray or Megan Thee Stallion finds me attractive, I need to change my lifestyle. It ain't about whether or not she's beautiful. Because women like that don't really care about your looks. They find men attractive for other reasons. And those reasons are hardly ever genuine or rooted in intangible things like real love, honesty, respect, loyalty. Nah, that's not why they find certain men attractive. MJ's on the come up with more content because that man-hating content running dry. That decentering men stuff running dry, especially with gas prices being where they are. Y'all keep on talking about in this economy. You know what works in this economy? Okay. I hope you do. I hope I don't have to say it. I think MJ's showing y'all what works in this economy. I'm just laughing. I'm sorry, y'all. I find it's all comedy because when I stumbled across her, she said that she wanted women to be Pomeranian dogs. So when I think about the type of guy that she may or may not be involved with, I know that this dude is a simpleton. There's no doubt in my mind. And when women like that say, "Oh yeah, like I'm out of the game," they found their white knight. A guy that's making a certain amount of money that she would be willing to be involved with that has no social media presence. Oh my goodness, yes. It may not even be him pushing the issue at this point. It may be her pushing the issue. Allegedly, they've known each other 9 months and it's already engagements in Paris and it's shopping trips and all kinds of stuff like that. Oh yeah. Who you think could be pushing the issue on that? Sure, he could be, but if he's making the money that she's making and he's not an entrepreneur, which like once again, we'll never know because guess what? She's going to hide him. Just like y'all's other leader. she hit her man until he passed away recently. Unfortunately, RIP to him. But yeah, it's not good to be a provider to women like that, fam. And that's why I say being a provider is embarrassing. And it's not embarrassing for a woman that you value. Just you have to, I think men right now are undervaluing their input in the world. They really are. You know, we built and civilized this world for our women and our children to be safe and feel like they can grow up. And it's really unique to see that men now are not cherishing the world that they built. We do need peace on earth. We do need reciprocity. We do need love, respect, and honor and loyalty, specifically for the builders of this steady foundation that we are standing on. But the one thing that I'm noticing about that is a lot of these current social constructs are causing men not to see women like MJ Gray a mile away. Of course she was going to find her a simpleton at some point. She was campaigning the entire time. First, you make your money off of the insecure and susceptible women that truly believe that men ain't ish. That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do, right? And then once you find a man that's a sucker, like I said, you hit the lick and you ride off into the sunset with both bags. She technically just robbed both banks, just like I just stole that. Just like I just stole that fingerprint cloner. Yeah, she technically just she got a big bag out of both banks. And I'm not really here to count pockets, and that's why I'm saying that it's so convenient of her to say and not say who he is and what his status is. And she knows one thing, and I think she's very smart, because most women that do this type of stuff are smart, and they realize that if she shows that man at any point in time, the other Pomeranian dogs will be lurking. And they're gonna wanna yeah, you know what they do. It ain't even about jealousy or envy. It's about the way that side of the world and the way that mentality operates. It's a leech-like mentality. So when these women claim that, oh, he's just trying to humiliate, he's just trying to humble her, they're all lining up as well to be humiliated and quote unquote humbled by a man like that. Why? Because MJ's showing y'all in real time. Men are the prize. Men are the prize. So riddle me this: if men aren't the prize, why does every woman want a man that's better than her? It could be in a lot of different ways, but he's got to be better. It could be financially, it could be spiritually, it could be emotionally, it could be physically, it could be a lot of different ways. But every woman wants a man that's doing better than her. So by default, men are the prize. Let me tell you something that an OG told me. A woman can never elevate a man to his highest position, but a man can easily elevate a woman to her highest position, which would be a wife. But let's take it from the monarch standpoint. If a queen marries a normal guy, he's just the normal guy that married the queen. He can never be the king. But if the king marries a normal woman, she instantly becomes the queen, elevating her to the highest position in the realm. A queen can never elevate a normal guy, a pauper, to king status. He's just a duke or some bullshit. But a king can elevate any woman to her highest status. Now let's bring it away from the monarch, because that's not what we're in the West. Traditionally, men have controlled access to marriage. Women have certain hierarchical standards, whether they are beknownst or unbeknownst to men, they do. What do? They judge women based off of that Mrs., Miss, or Mrs. And who gets to elevate that woman to those different hierarchical statuses? Okay. Men are the prize. Case closed. I don't want to have that conversation ever again. Okay. And if she doesn't understand that, y'all better off as friends, okay? Not even that. I wouldn't have a woman around me that doesn't think that. When it comes to romantic relationships, it ain't got to be for friendships. You ain't got to worship every man that you're around. Your homeboys can just be your homeboys. But your man, your husband, the guy that you want to submit to and take his last name, traditionally, yeah, he's the prize. That's the prize. Him there. That dude right there. Whoever you're willing to submit to. We're in a new day and age. MJ Gray just showed y'all in real time that you can still pop your shit online. You can have a whole platform with what they said, 500,000 and counting on TikTok. And you could still find somebody that knows nothing about what you're doing. This dude probably has no idea that she's leading a double life. He probably has no clue who he just proposed to. She probably literally, like most of them do, put on a whole different front for this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like she probably didn't even give him her social medias. She probably is praying that even right now he is not finding out anything. And if his colleagues are online, that's where you're going to run into an issue. Supermodel billionaire chick. Unfortunately, there's more than him, unfortunately, that you got to deal with now. His colleagues, the women that you're going to encounter that are his colleagues who do live that quote unquote soft girl life that y'all all want to live as grown women, which is so disgusting to want to be a soft girl as a fully developed adult. But yeah, they also are online as well, and they will recognize you. And a lot of them, not a small minority, a lot of them aren't like the women like you. They helped build their man just as much as he helped build and sustain her. So MJ, if this guy is the simpleton that I think he is, he's probably a loner. Probably don't got a lot of friends and family members. I bet he don't even got an actual cousin or sister or mother that is online that could advise him on who he's talking to. I know he's a loner. He could possibly be an orphan. Since we all speculating on what he could be and what isn't, well, let's open up the spectrum of what this guy actually could be, because who isn't online these days? And even then, after all of this, if you ain't caught wind of the woman that I hope would give your last name unless you don't take hers. I mean, you are cooking breakfast in a thong, so you possibly are one of them guys. It's a cold world we living in, and if you don't really recognize your position in life, you will get ran over. And women like that, when they see a guy that is willing to engage with them, oh yeah, they're going to engage in every level of advantage that they can take, including the hypergamous approach. Yeah, hypergamy really isn't about women being bought or having a price. It's natural for women to want a man who's better than her because, like I said, men are the prize. That's why they can't decenter men no matter what they do. You're caught in a cycle. Until you love yourself and your own individual input in life, you're caught in the cycle of just trying to be or not be something for a man. Even the 4B movement in the West is all tied up about what we are and aren't going to do for men. Why not it be about what you are and aren't going to do for yourselves as just women? Like, go to this utopia where men aren't there and stay there. Leave men alone. I think that's why a lot of the guys are so happy about this, which is strange. I've seen more men happy about this woman getting engaged because it feels like it validates what they've been saying this entire time, that these women really don't hate men. They really do love a bag. And how could you blame her? Let me get out of here. Oh, snap. Like, I would love that bag too. That's a nice bag. Yo, they're going to spend money no matter what. Do you see some of these like chronically single women? Yeah, like these chronically single women online, especially the ones that make man-hating content, are technically females who are involuntarily celibate. They are. I think they call them the Femcels, if I'm not mistaken. I know what an incel is. That's the guys that y'all say are involuntarily celibate. But I've noticed that a lot of these guys, it's not that they're involuntarily celibate. A lot of them are abstinent. And because it's more common for women to promote abstinence, when a man says it, they just group them in with the incels when they don't really even announce it when they're abstaining. I know I grew up and I was abstinent until marriage, and I was very, very, very loud about it. But a lot of guys aren't. So it ain't about whether or not he's involuntarily celibate or whether he's getting the women that he wants or doesn't want. That's not, I've noticed a lot of these guys, that's not why they're not doing or doing something. Most of them are literally just abstaining. That's why we had that whole movement that made them feel like they were cooler. Somebody go with me. Somebody go with me. Somebody go with me. Yeah, y'all going with me. Let's go. Ah, it's messed up. But anyway. So yeah, that's why we had this whole movement of men saying that they're financially celibate because of women like MJ Gray. They're financially celibate, meaning that they're not spending any money until they're either in a relationship or married. And it was smart, but I feel like they were doing it out of spite. That's the same thing with the 4B movement. A lot of these women are doing that out of spite. That's not healthy. If you're implementing something mostly out of spite, and then you're using anecdotal evidence to justify your behavior, there's something deeply rooted there that lets me know that you're heavily overdosing on copium. Yeah, you're under a heavy level of cope. All right, get that cope about your brain. This is your brain on cope. Stop it. Okay, everybody's not gonna have someone. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Even if we were really the same as far as men and women on the planet, we had the equal amount of number of men and women, everybody still is not going to be partnered. So I think we need to come to grips with that. There's certain things that qualify you for partnership and there's certain things that don't. And a lot of it boils down to behavior. Now, whether that you value somebody's behavior on and offline, that's a conversation that I'm sure she had with that simpleton that she now found. And she realized, oh, he doesn't care about my behavior online. Great. I'll just do the big switcheroo. And will the quote unquote girlies be mad? Yes, it's because they're girlies and they're immature. Grown women know exactly what's going to happen. Girl, you can't do this by yourself. Even if you wanted to. You trying to be a miss all your life or a Mrs.? I'm just trying to figure it all out. Just trying to figure it all out. Because when you're a miss, that shows that you missed the mark. Yeah, wordplay. Words mean things. Words mean things. So shout out to that senor. He actually did it. He did it, yo. He removed the queen of that type of rhetoric, that type of understanding and knowledge. And the thing about it is, I think that a lot of people don't understand why people like that are even lashing out in the first place. And she'll tell you if you take the time to listen and don't just. The problem I have with stuff like this, people go and they deep dive into people's stuff after the fact. I feel like if you haven't been following somebody or at least talking about them or talking around them for the time being, you shouldn't really be speaking about them once now they're the hottest topic. Not to say that I posted about MJ in the past, but she's a fellow Texan, so I keep up with all my fellow Texans. I just think it's unique that people like her and Megan Thee Stallion, I brought up her as a fellow Texan, they don't realize how hypocritical they look to adults. They don't care how they sound to children, and that's why they shame and utilize their other followers to shame the masses of their following that are upset about her decision. But overall, they are doing something that's very, very clear. Okay, they're preying on these other females and their insecurities. They cultivate these parasocial relationships, and they don't realize how much they owe these women once they do the big switcheroo. Once you do the big switcheroo, these women begin to short circuit because they don't have any other form of guidance. That's why they have this parasocial relationship with you. And you can't shame them for having that because you have it with them too. Damn, it's annoying. I realize, though, a lot of things aren't as they seem. So more to be heard and had about this. But let me tell y'all something right now. I truly do believe that people like MJ Gray, Megan Thee Stallion, even the leader of the Sevens over there, I believe they are geniuses. Because there's no shortage of men that are willfully ignorant, especially when it comes to women's behavior. They just don't. They don't game themselves up. They actually don't even listen to women about women and their behavior. There's plenty of women now that are actively telling you what's going on. You don't have to sit in the salon all day to hear it. They brought the barbershop and the salon talk out into the open. And so a lot of the things that people like MJ Gray, the supermodel billionaire, talk about, that's salon talk. Men weren't privy to that type of talk back in the day. But now you can scroll right past it, especially if you like one or two videos. The algorithm will lead you to that conversation. Whether or not they're going to be married, that's to be seen. And whether or not she's going to promote it, that's to be seen. I don't think she will. I don't think she can now. Want to know why? Because I don't think she got the reaction that she thought she was going to get. I don't think she got the reaction she thought she was going to get. I know she was anticipating something, but it wasn't this. And I don't even really believe it's affecting people like her, because people like her can't be affected by what somebody else is saying online. She's a sociopath. Allegedly, possibly. All signs are leading towards that. But yeah, so I'm saying, like the opinions y'all have about the simpleton that she's found, it doesn't matter, because she never was doing things for y'all's standards. She was doing things for y'all's attention, for your money, for your time. Even now, I'm buying in. Congratulations, MJ. I'm playing myself right now. Congratulations. But I think you're hilarious. I think you're hilarious. I think you're a genius. If I had a market that was that willfully ignorant, I would capitalize off of them too. Okay? So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're a bad person for what you're doing. I think that you are brilliant. You know that men are the prize. You've known that men are the prize. You were only raging and being upset because you thought that you would never get married. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Even Taylor Swift admitted that recently. And shout out to the real ones that are still here. Y'all know what time it is. I'm gonna run a Kayo. Even Taylor Swift admitted it recently with her engagement. She thought that she was never going to get married. That's why she was shaming certain types of relationships. And it's something very, very difficult to grasp, but it ain't hard once you understand that people project all the time, and they speak about other genders and races and sexes all the time because there's a deep insecurity within themselves that they're not addressing. And people that are in tune, is the best way to put it, could spot that from a mile away. Oh, you're only speaking about this because you feel like you're never going to have it. You wouldn't even know where to find it. And if you are going to find it, it's going to be on your terms. And that person's going to have to be so oblivious to your true character on and offline that they got to be what she's found, a simpleton. She told y'all what type of man she wants. These women are telling you what type of men they want. Men that don't require much. I don't even know why I came in here. Let me just... my bad, y'all. I forgot completely. I'm so sorry, bro. I apologize, man. You didn't have to... Once y'all see what I could have done instead of coming out here, you'll understand why I'm apologizing to that guy. But yeah, you're over here dealing with simpletons because you realize that what's actually required for healthy, strong relationship dynamics, you'll never measure up to or be. You're not even willing to be that. And every relationship looks differently. So who's to say if this will or won't work? There's simpletons all the time that stay with their ladies because he may have thought he found the belle of the ball. But let me point this out to people because, like I said, hypergamy is not just, oh, these women have a price. That's not what this is, okay? This is not MJ cashing out, okay? This is her building her character arc. And it's a win-win either way. Either this guy is the man of her dreams and she's whisked off to the sunset and can now make different types of content to where she's either now, because I see all the luxury that she's promoting, she can do all of that stuff now, or she can satisfy that crowd and show how terrible things are going to turn out. And then evolve into Frieza like in his final form. Max power Frieza, actually. If things go terrible, she gonna be max power Frieza. Cause she gonna be on the head top of everyone. She is going to heal, quote unquote, and go through her healing journey out loud. And she's gonna expect the very women and others that were right there watching her videos and promoting that lifestyle to be there to help her pick up the pieces of her piss poor decisions. Don't girl boss too close to the sun, sweetheart. All right. I hope you got yourself a sturdy simpleton. All right. I hope that he really never does log in online. There's already speculations around the block. And like I said, they'll never be confirmed because she's not going to tell y'all where she found that simpleton. I'd be really surprised if she does end up just being like, here he is. That's never going to happen because the quote unquote girlies love to lurk. I believe women they should have more different things in school that would help people develop their natural skills. And I believe all women should go through a paleontology course because they love to dig up old bones and old shit. So I think they should just all be paleontologists by trade. We would find a lot more things, all right? If we was like, yo. And I love y'all. But even the bones that anyway. So yeah, like MJ found herself a guy that doesn't ask too many questions. And even being out there in LA now, I know what's going on out there, MJ. You don't have to. There's guys out there that have certain types of understandings about life and are in certain age brackets. Let me put it like that. That probably don't even have an email address. Okay, there's certain men in certain age brackets. I'll say it again. That make a certain amount of money that don't even have email addresses. Ain't that convenient? There's a reason why we may never see this guy. Hey, put it like this. We better not see this guy. And I love this for everybody. I just really, really appreciate a genius in real time. It's very rare that we see geniuses in real time. I'm just trying to show MJ her respect. Real talk. Class act. You got to seal the deal, though. Job's not finished. Okay? Job finished yet? Job finished? Job's not finished. So you gotta make sure you secure that ring. It's not over. Once the ring is on the finger, the papers are signed, the names are changed, the bank accounts are merged. If that's what you want to do, that's what you'll do. I don't know, you might want to be independent. Then we'll be able to see what's going down for real. All right, for real. That was a nice ring you got her too. I love that ring. I think it's kind of stupid though to buy somebody a large ring and then just give them a band on the wedding day, because what if y'all break up before the wedding and she decides she wants to keep the ring and say it was a gift? What gonna do then? You gonna get your ring back? Nah, Simps don't get their rings back. See how that works? He's just going, no, you can keep that. We're not gonna work out. Okay, it's okay. I'll just step away and you can keep the ring. And she's still gonna dunk on him. Allegedly, possibly, it could happen in the future. It's not gonna happen. I hope they have a healthy marriage, and this is all for the right reasons. But I got a feeling. I got a big feeling, and I'm not will.i.am. I got a feeling that there is something sinister brewing for her intentions. Yes, she's engaged. And no, it's not awkward. Because like I said, even she said she never thought she would get married. She never thought she'd find a person who would actually commit to something like her. That's the root of it. That's the whole root of it. She never thought that with all the things she was saying and doing on and offline, that somebody would actually take her seriously. She probably never saw it in her personal life, whether it be in her immediate family, in her friend group, or with the things that she consumes, because we don't know what inspired her mentality. So if you're living in echo chambers where that's just not even a reality, of course you're going to assume that nobody's going to commit to something like you. How could they? Your mentality is molded around not needing them to commit to you in that shape, form, or fashion. See how they be shooting themselves in the foot? How could you on one end say you don't need this person, but you need that person at least to elevate you to the highest status amongst women? Unless you want to miss it all your life. And I know we're on the island, y'all. I know y'all hear the sirens. I live in the hood. So yes, the police will be riding by. The ambulance will be riding by. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about now. I just think it's hella important for people to realize that People like MJ Gray come a dime a dozen nowadays, especially with the modern media format and the way things are set up. When they feel like they have not really done enough to be awarded the highest, by the way, the most prestigious title in the land for a woman, they cheat. Finding a simpleton is how you cheat. You find a dude that don't really have no knowledge of your true mentality. For example, you know Klay Thompson don't listen to Meg's music. He might have heard the hits and then he be in the club, but you're not even really listening to the lyrics. You know, you got the beats are good and shit like that. But you know damn well Klay not. Ask Klay, next time y'all talk to Klay, ask him his favorite Meg album. I wonder if he knows who Tina Snow is. I wonder if he knows who Tina Snow is inspired by. You getting pimp, player. MJ, I see you. Hey, hats off to you, player. I see you. Hey, MJ. Hey, I get it. I get it. I get it. If don't nobody understand it, I understand it. We Texans, we here. Meg, we here. I get it. You got you a sucker. Hit the lick. Hit the lick. Hit the lick. He got a bag. Hit the lick. Forget that online don't mean nothing. You can log out. You can block people. You can block people. That's what they doing now. They blocking people. They removing comments. They changing the narrative. Oh, why y'all got a parasocial relationship with me? But we online. I got a whole platform online. But why y'all parasocial relationships? It's dangerous. It's sickening. Girl, if you don't. Hey, you better get it how you live. You passed it, yo. You got it. You good. You good. I'm not judging. I'm appreciating. That's why I made this video. I believe y'all are geniuses. Now, whether you're an evil genius or a mastermind, the jury's still out on that. But right now, y'all are doing it in real time, and I could not be more appalled by the lack of awareness of the men in your life right now. Like, that shit is hilarious that these guys really don't know. And we'll probably continue to stay in Delulu land. Also, they can have a woman of your status, so they perceive. Hey, as long as you men allow it and settle for it, this is what y'all gonna get. And they're gonna continue to pull this on y'all, man. And it's always the women around a certain age. Remember that. Okay. Yeah, all of that effenism stuff, that's only good for the young ones. All right. And then once you get to a certain age and you feel like, oh man, I didn't just like completely burn my bridges, they find the simpleton. Shout out to the supermodel billionaire genius. I'm just trying to be unbiased. Peace.